Bermuda Football Association is pleased to announce that the Bermuda national team will have the pleasure of playing against the England national C team for one match on Tuesday, 4th of June at the National Sports Centre at 7:30 p.m. This match was made possible by the initiative of the England FA, who contacted the Bermuda FA to indicate that their national C team wanted to play against Bermuda. The BFA is very pleased because this would be the first time in recent memory that any national representative team from England would have played against a Bermuda national team here in Bermuda. Acknowledging this opportunity, the English Football Association says that the current England C team, made up of elite players, the vast majority of which are full-time professional players, will travel to the Caribbean region for a second time. The first occasion included fixtures against Grenada, resulting in a 1-1 draw, followed by a 2-0 victory in Barbados in what was an exhilarating game. The England C team is a platform for young players in England who are trying to break through into the professional world of football. In the last 10 years, more than 150 players have used the England C team as a vehicle to fulfill their ambition of making it into the Football League. Indeed, many of those young players have gone on to play in the Premiership and also gained full international caps. Similarly, this opportunity will also provide the Bermuda national team players another platform by which they can measure themselves against the elite players from a football powerhouse. This match will also provide a true barometer of where the skills and talents are at present and where it needs to be if they have any aspirations of playing at a higher level. This opportunity also keeps the BFA connected to one of its partners in the global game of football, which we plan on utilizing to explore other opportunities for Bermuda football and players. The BFA is very grateful so far for the kind generosity of the Bermuda Department of Tourism for their support of this initiative. The Honourable Sean Crockwell, JP MP, Minister of Tourism Development and Transport, said that the Bermuda Department of Tourism is thrilled to support the visit of the England C team on their first trip to Bermuda to play against our national team. Football is one of the few truly global games being played in just about every country in the world, and this exposure on the international scene will help us develop our sports tourism initiatives as well as provide an opportunity for our local players and fans to witness the top-class football right here at home. The Bermuda Football Association is also pleased to bring on a number of other sponsors who we will reveal in due course. The England team consists of players who are all very eager to be selected for the next International Challenge Trophy that is staged every 2 years in Europe. Other European nations are fielding extremely strong teams in that competition, with a considerable number of the opposition players having had full international caps and Champions League experience for their home clubs. Consequently, this group of players is exposed to a very high standard of football. It is safe to say this match versus Bermuda will be very significant to them as it will be for our players. The Bermuda Football Association and the English Football Association both hope that the visit of the England C team will assist in motivating and inspiring our young players on the island, and they look forward to the opportunity to assist in the development of football on our island. Just want to explain to you about the manager for the England C national team, and the team manager is Paul Fairclough. And Paul is the current manager of the team. He's been in charge for 10 years and in excess of 50 games. He's also the director of football at England League Two club Barnet, having previously been manager of the club and steering them back into the Football League. Paul is a fully qualified advanced level coach. He's worked in many locations throughout the world, including South America and Africa. Throughout his managerial career, Paul has won 5 championships and been in notable FA Cup games against Newcastle United and Manchester United. At one stage in his career, he was the 3rd longest serving manager in England, behind Sir Alex Ferguson and Arsene Wenger. And finally, we want to extend a huge invitation to the wonderful community that we have here in Bermuda, and that is many of the English residents that we have here in Bermuda, if they can come out to the game, and I'm sure they'll be looking forward to supporting the English team. And then also the many Bermudians that enjoy football in Bermuda. We think we can have a fantastic game, and we look forward to filling the stadium and having some very good and jovial atmosphere in the stadium. as Bermuda goes up against the England C team. Thank you. The squad is going to be under the direction of the coach, Andrew Bascom. And so in relation to their preparation, that's going to be in the hands of Andrew, as well as the academy director, Mr. Todd. And so they will be pulling together the team and getting preparations underway as soon as possible. They're actually just coming for one game. Yes. We were hopeful that they could do 2 games, but they're only coming for the 1 game because they have a tight schedule as well, balancing all the schedules of the various players and the team officials.
They'll be staying either side of the game, right?
Right. Yes. Yes. A short period though.
Where are you coming from?
Basically the non-league, the non-league clubs.
And it's mainly based on the young players.
Yes, the younger players who are, using it as an opportunity to move up. He was asking about the team preparation, and I've told him that they're under Andrew Bascom, and he was asking about preparation. I try to get underway as soon as possible. It's also will be used for our island games as well. This match here will be used for island games preparation as well. But Mr. Tor can answer some of the questions.
How long has this been in preparation?
This has been with any match, it really takes a few rounds of negotiations to get it right. And so we've been in negotiation with them probably for just under a few weeks.
Did you say that they came to you?
Yes, they approached Bermuda.
Did they sort of say why they chose Bermuda?
Probably because we're a very great team. How's that?
Preparations have been underway in earnest, I would say, for over the period of the last 4 to 5 weeks. Coming into the new year, as you will recall, we did announce open trials for the senior men's team, in which we looked at the local base of players. Following that, we selected a local training squad, which is encompasses about 30 players. That is also supplemented by the number of overseas players that we have with regards into the academies as well as with the colleges. So those teams, those players, local base, have been training every Wednesday over the last 3 to 4 weeks. Okay, and we are due to reduce our teams with registration deadlines in May, a squad of 24 for island games, with further reduction to 20 on June the 13th. So we have a pool of players. Good numbers have been coming to training. Obviously, as the season is starting to wind down, increasing of the numbers, but Coach Andrew Bascom has been pleased so far with the turnout. I don't think there's a conflict. Anytime you get an opportunity for an international match, if there should exist a conflict, I think there's an easy remedy in terms of maneuvering games. Presently, I think that the Hogs might have a match the day following this England C match, but that would be to discussion with the Bermuda Hogs in regards to how they adjust and tweak their schedule.
We have all our top players in the
Ideally, we would like the opportunity to see. It falls at a good time for us. The overseas professionals, with the exception of the players in the MLS, will be out of season. So we would like to see a full complement of players. What we will do, we're in the process right now of reaching out to those players, determining when they will be back on the island. And as Mr. President indicated, it's a great part of our preparation for the island games. So we're excited about having the opportunity for the match, an international match. It'll also be the first on home soil for the new men's head coach. So we'll give him an opportunity to showcase to the public. They'll get a chance to have a look at some of the changes that are occurring within the squad. So there are new players that have been called in. There are younger players that have been called in. And so far we're pretty pleased with the progress that we see. Absolutely perfect lead-in, and I would say, as indicated, the England C team will feature a lot of the non-league players. You will know that we have a number of our players who are going overseas to play with non-league teams. Most recently was Antoine Russell, who just in the past week. So I think it would give them a good gauge and a measure as to the level of those players, how well they feel that they can compete.
So this is a huge opportunity.
I think huge opportunity because you never know who's watching. You don't know who's going to be accompanying the team as well, and there's always an opportunity anytime players are put in front and they're on the field, a chance to showcase their talent and ability. But I think the biggest thing is for the home crowd. I think, since the World Cup qualifiers, we haven't had a chance to really look at the squad. We went down to Haiti. I thought we performed really well in Haiti. We were very close, 10 seconds with the late goal that we gave up to Puerto Rico. That could have been the difference of advancing. So we'll give the public who's curious to see, what the team looks like, what potential changes are under the reign of the new head coach and the lead into the Island Games. And then most certainly as we start looking forward to the next set of World Cup qualifiers, what does that team look like?
These little links.
Yes, absolutely.
Get the players excited about.
Yes, I believe so. I think the players will be up for the challenge. Again, not only to measure themselves against the incoming opposition, but I think to showcase to the local, fans as well. Here's who we are, and they're making their case for a bid into the team. So certainly, with it falling on June the 4th, is right on the cusp of final selection of the 20 for the Island Games. So those players who will be involved, will have much incentive to press their case for inclusion. I haven't had a chance for a discussion like that yet, but I imagine that any time that we have visiting coaches and officials on the island, it's an opportunity for the coaching staff, as you say, to pick their brains, to have discussions, to look at their setups and involvements, and to see what can we take away and maybe bring back as a part of our game. So I'm sure Coach Andrew Bascom, will be very eager to sit down and to talk with them and to try to get some thoughts and ideas.
Mr. President, you've asked the public to come out and support. Will there be any sort of pre-sale for tickets? What are the prices for the match and so forth?
Yes, we're working on those packages, and so we can confirm that there will be advanced ticket sales from here at the BFA office, and we'll be releasing those details in due course.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Okay.
And one